fun.
Is this another Oliver Tree shirt? It's cute from what I can tell.
This is the current tour shirt. He's crying and he's playing a ukulele.
All right.
As you do.
So before we talk about our sponsor, before we talk about our topic, let's talk about our sponsor.
That's right.
InStockTrades.com, where you might be able to buy some of these books that we're going to be talking about.
That's all right, for sure.
For up to 50% off. And if you buy $50 worth, you get free shipping. So, you're going to get in there, you're going to order some books. You're going to need to buy a little extra books to make that $50.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're already halfway there, so you might as well have more.
That's right. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
You're going to get great shipping. And Tuesday, new books come out. There's a lot of exciting things happening, including our pick of the month. That was something else. Maddie doesn't even know about it. That was something else. But now it's Steeple Volume 3. And one day, Maddie, you and I are going to read Steeple. So this is the time you get it. It's going to be extra percentages off on InStock Trades on Tuesday through the next week. Check it out. John Allison, love him.
Love John Allison.
Y'all really
Hi,
love
Robin. Let's not turn my computer off. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Robin.
Baby, goodbye.
She just wanted to be in the limelight.
I know. Good morning, James.
Hi, James.
Hello. Everybody at home, I know I didn't post those ahead of time. I was cleaning. It's fine. Everybody can watch it later. I don't care.
Yeah, that's right. James is here.
James is here. That's what matters.
Thank you, James.
We started a show without James. Is it a show?
Yep, that's right. Everything we said until now. Not really.
Not a show. All right. So today's topic is top 10 books we want to reread this year. So not only buying new books and reading new books all the time, but sometimes you have books you bought that you could reread. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Mary's here. Mary, this is your idea.
In fact, credit to Mary. Mary's awesome. It's funny, like earlier that day I was talking to Mary and I was like, I need some ideas for like something because we're probably not going to review a book. So Mary already had it going. She was like, here you go. And I was like, love it. So thank you, Mary.
Good morning, Mark. Look, all the best people are here.
Mark's here. Yeah. We got our
Jess would be here, but she's going to be at my house. So
that's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
So yeah, are we gonna do our back and forth?
Sure, let's do it. Yeah. You want me to start?
Either way.
Okay. I got a book in my hand, so.
Well, I got books not in my hand. I have images.
Well, I'll start with Pizza Witch.
Oh, that looks so cute.
It's shiny too. This is by Sarah Grayley, who did like Kim Reaper and Our Super Fun Adventure, who I love. And I got this from I didn't check beforehand. You can probably still get this on her website.
Yeah.
And I believe it was only available there. Shiny Sword Press put it out. I don't know who that is, but she gives you like a little pizza doodle and everything. It's quite thin, but it is oversized, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it's a quick read, and I really, really enjoyed it. It is about this. I think she's a witch. Yeah, I think she's a witch. It's called Pizza Witch. What's wrong with me? I'm not awake yet. She's definitely a witch, you guys. And like, I believe delivers pizza and stuff, or like does stuff with pizza. It's a whole thing. It's been a while, clearly, and I need to reread it. Here's a cauldron with pizza.
I love her art style. I love her humor. It's just so fun.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's so fun, and this will be a good one to reread around, spoopy season, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, it's getting here. We get to plan our spoopy books.
That's right. So I think I'll reread this. And it's a quick read, like I said. And I remember just loving it, having a joy with it. So I definitely want to do that.
There's more people. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, everyone.
So I have some spooky reads on here as well. But that's because I love rereading spooky books.
I'm with you.
It's comforting. But one I'm going to reread because we're finally getting more books. Kurosaki Corpse Delivery Service. I've been collecting this for a very, 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 very long time. And as people at home know, they love to stop releasing them. And then they're like, hey, we have a new version. It's 3-in-1s. We release those. I'm like, yes, that sounds great. And then they're like, sweet. I'm like, okay, cool. But now Dark Horse will be re-releasing the rest of them, as they are telling us. But the next one is coming out for sure. So
the next one is out. You can get it on InStock Trades right now.
I gotta go get it.
I haven't gotten either, and we've been waiting for so long. That's such a good pick.
Out of print. I don't have any money right now. Please don't put a print.
You know what? That's what I know. I can't get it either. But like you and I, we should for sure read that together in October.
I would love that.
We could go right through volume 5. I think by then we'll both buy it.
First of all, I want to know if that book is as good as I remember it, because I've been going out that book.
Yeah.
Series for a decade. I get it. And I'm like, nah, guys, no. You want a scary book? You gotta read Kurosaki Course Delivery Service. It is so hardcore. It is so cool. And I don't even remember if it's good.
It's so funny. Yeah. You know? I have such fond memories about some books like that too. And that one too, like I never went past the first volume, but I loved what I read there. And I have the rest that were out at the time.
I'm scared though.
I know, right? We're gonna be like, we're gonna go on and be like, oh, we made an error. We made a mistake.
But that's what I've always really liked. It's just, I love the layout of it. I love the style of the book. I love the feel of the book too. There something about like, let me bring this up again. But just like the design work in this book, I think is so attractive. I love the way I love the art. I love the way the characters are drawn, and I love the body horror in it too. You know, it's gonna contrast a lot with the book I will talk about next that no one will be surprised about, that I reread every year. But I love Japanese horror, and I love when body horror is done well, and I don't like it all the time because there's some sexual aspects to this as well. I mean, it feels like true Japanese horror, but in comic book form, and it's smart from what I remember. So I really want to reread it. And I just hope that it's still good.
It's a good idea. I want to do it with you. It'll be good.
And please don't go out of stock. Just give me like 9 more days. 9 more days, internet.
I totally get it.
Oh, there's more people. Hello. Got Chibi Raccoon. Oh, you have a little art. Look at you.
Oh, love it.
Got Hayden. We got Babylon. Can you show us a couple pages? I don't have it near me. It's downstairs.
I can grab it. 1 second.
I would get up, but I have shorts on. So
you can just do what I just did.
Well, I have to run downstairs. But Kristan's gonna grab it. Hey, Kenneth. Spooky Books. Ready. Do you think aside from Wonder Woman, Shazam, Aquaman, James Gunn, Suicide Squad, Marvel DC films are too dark? I do. I like dark films, but I think they rely too heavily on one end because I think like the executives, that's what they think people want. And I think some of that's good, you know, but I think they're missing something that Marvel's doing very well. And that's making a really good film that can have dark and light and be really enjoyable. And they want to be more edgy. And to me, I think we've leaned too much on the Batman as edgy trope for years, but that's me. I'm not naked. Here's a leg. As much as you get. But anyways.
All right.
Show the things.
Yeah, so this thing, and it's like a little, I don't have a regular size manga around me. I feel like it's a
thick boy. I'll highlight you.
It's a thick boy. This is the omnibus edition. This is put out by Dark Horse. This it feels like recycled.
Right? It feels like recycled paper, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. And it does like open very well.
Yeah.
Now I will flip shot. You kind of have to hold it open, but it's still nice.
And we can show you some insides, but you will have to be careful.
I'm trying to be careful, yeah. So
show.
Like, there's some that I can show you. Okay, here's some.
Ah, it's so nice. Oh yeah, the hand puppet. And like the crew is really good too, because like you have like a crew that does this together and they all have their own abilities and quirks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought up Terryverse Reread because I was missing some books to add to my list, and so I filled it. That was my plan. It was though, because we talked about rereading.
Yeah, well, and
Terry, finishing.
Yeah, I haven't finished Strangers of Paradise, so I would love to do that at some point. Once you want to reread it, let me know, and I'll.
Anytime. Well, Jessica's rereading it right now.
Okay, Jessica, want to come on?
Am I the only one that struggles with the eternal question of either rereading or reading something new? Oh, that's all of us. And that's me with anything. It's like video games, like TV shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. Because you think we have all these books, we buy them and read them, and then they sit there.
Yeah. And then you're like, why did I keep it if I'm not going to reread it?
Yeah.
Right. At that point, you're just collecting for no reason. So I've gotten to the point where like I never have been a huge rereader at all because I get in that mindset of like, oh, I just bought like a few books. Why would I not read those? But there are certain things, especially like I think everything on our list and like things we really, really love. Why do we keep them if we're not going to enjoy them again? You know?
Well, and really, I think I'm just keeping them to reread them with friends as they read them for the first time. And that's why I'm so thankful for the show, because how else?
Right.
If I didn't have these two shows, I don't know that I would reread them as much. Like reading Dark Knight's Death Metal with Lee this week made me really want to go and read all the Crisis books. So, did you go again, or am I?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I was showing your manga.
Okay.
Of course, the Tea Dragon Society has to be on my list.
Oh, that's a good one because I just got that special.
Yeah, and I thought of that, so I'm like, you know, if there's some point,
let's do it.
We'll read it together. But because there are only 3 volumes, and you know, it really doesn't get the second one gets progressively. I guess the second 2 are just chonkier than this one. This one's quite tiny. But they are really quick reads, and you know, if anyone hasn't seen it already, I mean, gorgeous art.
Mm-hmm.
And I love, you know, I've reread it at least once or twice now, and I would love to do it again because
let's do it.
It doesn't get old.
Oh, let's do it and have some tea.
How fun would that be?
Let's have some tea.
Someone will have to recommend me a good non-caffeinated tea.
Okay.
I've not jumped into that realm. But...
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Jessica, do you want to reread it with us and drink some tea?
That would be fun.
I'll put on my prettiest dress.
Aw.
Good. Mark's in for a Terryverse reread. Perfect.
Awesome.
Let's add that to the year.
That would be fun.
Okay. My second one. This is no surprise to anyone, but my yearly read of Uzumaki.
Love that. I almost picked it too. Yeah.
Of course. But that's just, it's comforting. It's a great way to start the season. I just love a good Uzumaki read, and still, you know, nothing has beaten Uzumaki for me as far as all of Junji Ito's books. I love all of them. I love them. Mm-hmm. Uzumaki's the top.
Yeah, it's the one.
And I just feel like that's the best way to start the October. Have a little, get all cozy, put on some spooky movies or music, you know, and have a little hot chocolate and just read Uzumaki. So
love that.
It's just great horror. It's great, comforting, you know, no exploitative horror.
Yeah.
Which is very special.
I agree.
You've got some recommendations.
Ooh, tea. Okay, hold on. Got my pen.
Write it out.
All right. Thank you for that. Let's see. Okay, writing it out. Tea. All right. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we need to have like a little book club for October or something.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And we could also choose my next choice for an October read. And that is The Crossroads of Midnight.
Oh, I want to read it.
Oh my gosh. And I want you to read it. And I want to
make sure to write that down so I remember. For
sure.
And someone also mentioned Drifting Classroom, which I haven't read too. I'd like to read it.
Well, and I've mentioned before, but maybe the person hasn't heard this. The Drifting Classroom is actually the first manga I ever read, which is a weird, random one. Yeah. So I got the hardcovers. I haven't read it since many years ago when I read it. I would love to, visit that again. So that would be a fun one too. But yeah, The Crossroads of Midnight is by Abby Howard. This is a story, a short story collection. There's 5 stories in here. And they are all good and weird and creepy in their own way. And Abby Howard has beautiful art. And there's some stuff I'm like, I don't want to show this, but like there's some creepiness in here, and they're all really unique and different from one another. I find it really hard with short story collections to like love every story, right? There's usually a dud in there, but these are all so good.
I love it. I want to read, and I love anthologies.
Yeah, me too.
That's probably why I'm drawn to Ito's work too. I meant more exploitive, like sexually exploitative, like how a lot of like horror is like, all right, we need our ladies nude. We need to like, it's
Right.
kind of assaulty.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the other thing.
Little R-wordy.
A little R-wordy.
Yeah.
You know? And I say that with the exception of the one book, the Junji's book we do not like, No Longer Human. That is the exception to the rule.
No longer in my collection, more like. That's right.
No longer here. I think I sold mine too. I think I did.
Good for us. Because we held on to that for a while. Because we were like, we need all the Ito, and now we're like, no, we don't.
No. That one can go.
Yeah.
My third pick, Infinite Crisis. So after reading Dark Knight's Death Metal, which I had the best time with, I'm gonna have to own the shit out of those omnibuses. I really am. That is the goofiest thing. Honestly, I think Reed should read it too. It's so metal, but like in a fun way.
I feel like he may love that. Yeah.
It has its own vinyl soundtrack. I mean, like, it's crazy.
Love that.
It's all these different Batman, different universe. Anyways, it's not related to this, but since I read that with Lee, there's so many callbacks because it is a crisis event, and a DC crisis event, certain things happen. You know, like there's certain things always have to be there. Blue Beetle's always there, but they have a huge callback to all these other big DC crisis events, and he didn't know about any of those. I was like, okay, well, we got to reread it all. You got to read all the crisis just to know. So that way, when these come up, it's like, oh, okay, here's these little Easter eggs here. It's really fun. It's my second favorite DC crisis event after the original Crisis on Infinite Earths. I think we'll probably read both. Ooh, we should read Deceased for October.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, read it, if we could sprinkle a little bit of that and like the DC vampires or whatever. I think that'd be fun. Like a 2-in-1.
I'm making a little October list. I feel like we have too many. We'll have to start early. We'll have to start spooky season in September.
I need you to keep Sundays and Tuesdays open. So just be on Over Your New Reader too. So we can
and do both. Yeah,
it's important. Oh, Mary said, "Are you writing that down?" Harvey says hot cinnamon spice tea.
Thank you. I love cinnamon stuff. So,
all right, Jessica, you're in for Deceased. Thanks. My CC starts with the New 52, so I know little to nothing about what happened before. I understand. I started with Rebirth and then went back to New 52, and I've just read major events just so I know kind of like the deal. But yeah, your turn.
Okay. I have Heavy Vinyl. I'd like to reread Heavy Vinyl and Heavy Vinyl. What is it? Y2KO? Yeah.
Oh, our girl.
Yeah. It's just such a nice comfort, fun read, right? Because it's always a blast.
I love them
I feel like
so much.
You and I have both read this like a few times now, but I'm going to go back in. It makes me feel happy.
It makes my heart happy. And I think also a little bit of that, a little bit of that is nostalgia, since it was like one of the first floppies I picked up when I was getting into comic books. But man, if that ain't... And I still have Hi-Fi Fight Club. I still have the Hi-Fi Fight Club issues before they changed the name.
I think I have some of those too. In a box somewhere. But yeah, plus it's like it's 90s stuff, which is
so good.
Major nostalgia for us. And
oh, absolutely.
It's so good. It's so good. So,
and if you like that, everybody go watch League of Their Own. Jessica, don't worry, I watched the whole show. I can't wait to talk about it. Oh, that'd be a good Halloween costume.
Do it. Your face.
That's better than the cosplay plans I have planned for this year. Oh, my next one. Nana. So they recently released all of the Nana show on Hulu. So I can go watch it now. I just think it's the time in my life that I need to revisit Nana. It's one of the first mangas I read. I subscribed to Shoujo Beat, the like magazine that came out monthly. That was really expensive. Nana is so comforting, and you would like. It's also very queer, even though it's not. But it is, like it's one of those. Mm-hmm. But you have these two girls, both named Nana, that move into an apartment together, And one of them is just like this very prim and proper kind of girl, and the other one is like super fucking cool. And she's in like a rock band. And they both they're just dealing, slice of life. They're just dealing with living in Tokyo and their romantic issues. It's great. Nana is super long. And the ending, I also want to reread it because I missed it, and to revisit the ending now. Because I know that it wasn't great. I have to go back and look at it. I'm not sure. I had to find a place online to read it.
Okay.
But I love Nana. Like, and you can watch the movies too. They're also great. All the songs and theme songs. I sing them at karaoke. It's just, there's something special about it. Okay.
All right. Your image froze, so I was like, wait, are you looking at the
no,
chat?
it's me like this.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, I was looking at chat because people talk about TV shows, and somebody mentioned She-Hulk, and She-Hulk, girl, you gotta watch She-Hulk too, because
I know, I've heard.
If that is not my shit.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things already.
And I already love her because of Orphan Black, but she's great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll have to for sure do that one.
And I want to know what the internet thinks about, because she does the whole like, kind of thing that happened to Captain Marvel where guys are shitty to her, and she's like, it really sucks, and guys are always like this. And I was like, oh man, the internet's not gonna like this. Those boys aren't gonna like this. So let's go.
All right. A big reread I want to do this year, for very obvious reasons, is of course Oh Human Star.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna put that on my list. Let's reread it.
We should, right? I mean,
so
they're only
good.
3 volumes, and it's so good. And
I am so sad that Gen Con was the same weekend as C2E2 because Blue Delaquanti was there.
Really? I didn't even know that. Oh, that would have been amazing. Yeah, one day. We have to meet them one day for sure. It'd be great. But yeah, this is just incredible. If you haven't read it, you can read it for free online, or you can grab these trades on their web store. And it's worth every moment.
Please. So it's worth it. What's my next one? Okay, I'm saying a reread. It's complicated. But I'm back into reading One Piece this year, and now that I'm caught up, I'm calling it a reread because I'm going back in. I know that you and I were rereading it.
Yeah.
And so we'll be doing that anyways, but it's also me saying that I'm going into the really reading it.
Yeah, love that.
Because it's good. It's so good.
Yeah, I definitely need to get back in it before I forget everything. Like, I know I say it every time, but I'm like, yeah, I should really do that. For sure. Every month, Shonen Jump's like, hey, we charge you $2. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I'm not
using it,
but it's very cheap. So another reread I think I want to do in October for obvious reasons. Sheets, y'all. I feel like every year I want to read this now. In fact, probably with Delegates, because it's such a good sequel.
So good.
But, and then it'll give me a reason I actually haven't read this little hardcover that I got with that nice book plate. So
eventually we'll get to meet her,
Oh, I hope so. She seems lovely. But yeah, if you haven't read Sheets by now, what are you doing with your life? Please do it. It's on Hoopla. It's probably at your local library if you don't want to just buy it outright. But you should also buy it outright.
Oh, I'm caught up on the show. I watched over 100 episodes earlier this month, within like the last month and a half. So I'm like all caught up. So now I want to catch up on the manga, then I'm caught up on the anime, because I need to know everything. Next one, Pumpkinheads. Just another good, fall reread. I think this one is like going to be a staple, just to reread every year. Kind of like watching Gilmore Girls every.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've definitely read it every year.
Yeah.
So that's for sure a staple of October or November even. I mean, it's both.
Yeah. I watched 703 months. I could have, but Ellie and I are watching together. That's pretty impressive for us to watch that much of a show together.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Because me, you know how I watch a lot of TV. I I haven't seen any of the One Piece Red tie-in episodes. Have you seen those yet, Maddie? She's super cool. I've watched the first one. I think the second one's out. I haven't watched it this week, but I really like her. So the movie's coming out, One Piece Red. I don't know when we'll get it, but Shank's daughter is in it, so it's a big deal. Shanks is the one that saves Luffy. He loses his arm. He gives him the hat, and his daughter is a pop star. So they always do little tie-in episodes leading up to the movie, so you get excited.
That's fun.
But yeah, your turn.
I want to reread Cody by Jared Cullum. This is about a little girl and a bear right here on the cover.
Aww.
I read this, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. Maybe more, I don't know. The watercolor art's just gorgeous. I love it.
That's really cute.
Yeah, I remember it being a quick read. I made Reed immediately read it, and he usually doesn't do that, and he did, and he loved it. So like we both loved it. I think it'd be fun to like reread together sometime.
Yeah, that's cute.
This is something I think you would really like too, so you should see if it's like at your library. I think it's a good library read. But yeah, I have it now. We found it, like I actually read this from my library, and then we found it used somewhere, and I was like, yeah, well, I have to buy this because I loved it so much. And it's one of those comfort reads too. It was that like good and lovely, and just it's great. It's great.
Oh. All right, next, I'm going to attempt Sandman again.
It's happening.
Now, I know that the first time I didn't like it. And then I know that the second time when I read it much later, not much later, but like, I think it was like volume 5 or something with Jesse Gender, I did like that story a lot. So I'm about 6 episodes into the show, and I'm really liking the show. I'm taking my time. We only watch 1 episode a day, just because it's heavier and I want to take my time to enjoy it. And I think I better understand what's happening and who is who now. So now I'd kind of like to go back and try again. I don't know if I'm going to do that successfully or not. I may still not like it, but I want to give it a chance now that I've watched the show, because I get it now. I get why people think he's hot and cool and mysterious. I get it. But I don't know if I'll feel the same way reading it. I don't know. But I think I'd try.
I look forward to that journey for you. I want to know.
The show's great. I recommend it.
I'll probably watch it eventually, but
it's slow. It's slow. So I will say that. But I like slow. It doesn't bother me. My partner loves it, but I'll be honest, I got to the Shakespearean part and I was so absolutely lost. I just put the book down and slowly walked away. Oh, that's a good question. How many chapters or volumes should I read in order to give it a fair shake? Manga can have a long runway before it gets good, and I don't want to drop off it before I should. Well, okay. So, for me, I tried several times. I tried watching at the beginning, I tried reading at the beginning, and it never clicked for me. And then finally I realized I didn't want to read the beginning stuff. And I can go back to it now and enjoy it, but at the beginning it was hard for me. I just didn't get into the characters that much. I think there's much more depth to everything much later. And so finally I went and started in later that Water 7 arc. And I started watching it, and then I started reading it. And that worked best for me. But that's because you already had a group together. And so I'd recommend, if it doesn't work for you right away, watch the intros to each character so you know what their deal is and start a later arc and see if that works better for you. Because by that arc, we get a little more of the picture of the bigger world. So you know the bigger world building, which takes a long time to get to. And you already have the characters together, and you've got some like big backstory stuff. And you've got a crew there together, like the friendships are already forming. And so that might hook you better. Because I say it's very good right now, but I do think sometimes it can take some time for some readers.
Yeah, I will say that's probably not always the case for everyone. I know I
for sure
from the beginning, and I loved seeing the journey everyone separately had to get to coming together, because you knew they were going to get together eventually. And then having that foundation, that backstory, especially because so many are so upsetting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So like you feel for them. So when they finally come together and they have this like found family moment, like it means so much more to me personally. That's how I felt reading it. But
which I'm so glad that it worked that way for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think just be open to seeing However you want to approach it, find out what works for you. I guarantee it's worth it. That's what I will say. I've yet to bring in a game in. I've enjoyed and understood way more with this TV movie adaptations. I think I might be the same.
I think it's fair.
Deliberate rather than slow. I think that's better to say. Yeah. First two are slow, but holy crap, does it pick up with Gwendolyn's Lucifer? I loved One Piece from the beginning, but Nami's Arlong Park arc is the greatest early jumping on point if anyone needs him as a group. Yeah, I think that's fair. Skip Skype. A lot of people say skip Skype.
I didn't hate Skype. I mean, I know that's apparently a big thing, but I'm like,
I liked watching Skypea because I went back and watched it, but mostly because of this guy who was like, he would have his eyes closed. He'd be like, well, where is he? And they're like, sir, you have to open your eyes. Or he has his mouth closed. And he's like, sir, you have to open your mouth so you can actually talk. And he would try to cross his arms. One Piece is dumb. I love it. Yeah. Sorry, your turn.
Okay. So a while back, probably like a month or so ago now, on my channel, The Comic Slayer. Check it out if you want. We're almost to 300 subs, so that's cute.
Look at you.
Look at us. We're doing stuff. So, not Jess. Sorry, Joe. Joe Guz of the Guz Buzz. He was on, and we talked about the first, like, what is it, 7? Yeah, 7 volumes of Giant Days, including the very beginning. We're going to pick up and read the rest of it. Here's the rest of it.
Yeah.
And this is a reread for me. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't read the end in a while, and I thought it ended very perfectly, really. And yeah, so I'm going to finish out reading Giant Days, again, rereading it, because I love it so much. So that's one I got to do.
I love it. Another reread for me is The Titans. I haven't reread in a while. I reread Titans, but I haven't reread The Titans. Those are the ones I was collecting with by all the floppies. I have all but 2. And I just miss Roy and Donna. And so I really want to reread that for me this year. Especially because you see a little bit of the Titans group, OG Titans group, in Dark Knight's Death Metal. And I really just miss them. And so I'm going to pretend like DC's not really dumb and just enjoy the time period where everybody was together. So, yeah.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to reread Scurry. Here's the fancy little box set. All 3 volumes. They're pretty quick reads, and I love this series so much. And I just want to get back into it. I want to read it again. And the fact that they're quick reads helps me with the reread, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, if you don't know the art in this, let me just show you how gorgeous it is. Because it's beautiful.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Beautiful. You haven't read this yet, have you, Maddie?
No.
Oh, you would love it. I would love to read this
I'm sure.
sometime, for sure. But, you know, you follow these mice around, and all the humans are gone. What's going on with the humans? I don't know. And
just give me like a story time. Like we can zoom, and then you hold it up, and then just read it out loud like a children's book to me, and give them little voices.
That'd be so funny.
How cute would that be?
We should do that and just record it, like put it up. That would be fun. But yeah, I got to do that.
Okay, so I got as far as 8 books in mine, but I will say, hearing everybody in the chat about stuff, it reminded me of things I do want to reread. So I'll say for the last 2, Terry Moore books, because I want to read it all together now that I have the later books. And of course, Blue Delaquanti.
Of course.
Oh, yes. Human Star. So, those are my other rereads. Thank you, chat, for helping me fill that in.
Nice.
Again, I've been very busy playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I don't want to do anything else. So until we make a manga of that, well, I'm busy doing that now.
Hey, the Gus Bud's in the chat now. What's up, Joe?
Gus Buzz?
I just mentioned you when I talked about rereading the rest of Giant Days, rather. Yeah. I actually have like 2 more, which gives me 1 above 10, I think.
Perfect.
But I have to reread Essex County. I gotta say, it's been a while for me.
It's been a while. Sorry.
I mean, it's on my arm, so I have to read it again. And no, I like your joke. It's good. But and it'll give me a reason to like open up this fancy edition. I don't know that I've ever actually read it in this edition. I've had it forever, just never really touched it. So there's that one, of course. And also I want to reread Buffy season 8.
Oh wow!
At least I may keep going, but it was such a fun time. To reread it with you was great, and I just, I need some good Buffy comics back in my life.
I think you need to get the taste out of your mouth of the other ones.
Oh, yeah, I need to get the boom taste out of my mouth so bad. Ugh. So this is the way to do it, and I want to have a good time. And with that, I may just need to rewatch Buffy and then continue in the comics. Because I don't know that I've ever done that back to back like that,
Ellie has a good point. More like Buffy season great. Am I right?
That's right. Elliot knows.
I know there's like a million Buffy watch podcasts, but we need that, or we just...
I know, right?
Just comment.
Yeah, we should.
Like, can we... I wish we could do that on Twitch. Like, that'd be allowed. Like, we're just going to watch the show and make comments the whole time. Yeah. That's not allowed, but that would be great. We're just us being like, how great is the phrase "so yester"? Am I right?
Although, if you ever want to embark on that journey with me, we can absolutely
watch it anytime.
One episode by episode do shows on various episodes on my channel. I'm all about that because I need a reason to rewatch it again.
Elliot, are you in for that?
That would be so fun. We could bring Elliot and Reed. Oh, how cute.
Elliot, will you be in our Buffy rewatch podcast?
We do like the Scrubs guys.
Yeah, like how the Scrubs guys do it.
Watch an episode and talk about that episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said yeah.
Awesome. Ask Reed. We'll get everybody in. It'll be good.
Perfect. With all that sad Animation Warner news, probably reread that now $1 million worth Steven Universe all in one. Yeah. I can't think about it because I'm so devastated. Have you been following it?
Yeah, like what's going on? I mean, I've heard little hints of it.
It's to save money because they can basically write off their taxes as a loss if they take these whole shows off. So like Infinity Train, they've completely taken it off. They've deleted tweets about it. Like it's all the like videos about it on like Cartoon Network are just gone. And I'm so scared because if that happens, if they touch Craig of the Creek, because I'm caught up, I'm gonna have a fucking fit because I spent that whole episode about that grandma crying. And I can't do this.
Well, wait, so is Steven Universe one of the ones getting canned? Is that okay?
No.
Freddie was just like, yay, animation. Okay,
it's a bunch of really a lot of animated shows. Yeah, so a lot of it. Oh, it's more about residuals. Okay, let me look at that. It's so sad for a lot of animators that put their heart and soul into these shows. They're just gone. There's a few others, and some of them Cartoon Network is going to pick up and it'll be okay, but like, oh yeah, Babylon, you're just going to have to look on Twitter. It's not good. It's not good. I don't have all. This is my info I'm getting from like people I'm following, so I don't have like the play-by-play. But look it up. I'm scared. I'm scared about the DC merger. I'm scared about the things they've been doing. I'm scared about HBO, all this stuff. I mean, they already just canned Batgirl, a whole movie that was done.
Yeah,
that Brendan Fraser was in. How could you do this to Brendan Fraser?
What did he do to you?
He hasn't done anything. Anyways,
it's messed up.
They were even. Oh.
Uh-oh.
There's nobody here. They're just barking. Anyways.
That was an
Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
It was like,
love that.
Anyways, what's your last one?
No, I did 2 in a row. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was it.
Yep, I did it.
Oh yeah. I don't know what's happening with all that. It's really scary. There are a lot of people that are sharing links to those shows that are gone, like whole Google Drives on Twitter if you look. So you can always check that out. Oh yeah, and so Sesame Street's not going to re-up the distribution deal with Matt. Man, It's shady because HBO Max, I really enjoy using it as a platform. Like I've kept it for a lot of shows I'm watching, and not just like the big names. Because I would watch it for a big show and I'd cancel it and I'd come back later. So like Game of Thrones and like Westworld, which I don't watch anymore, I would just come back. But like I watched all of Pretty Little Liars. Don't judge me. I never watched the original one.
I mean, I did, so you can judge me.
But Harley Quinn, Tuca and Birdie was picked up by HBO after it didn't continue on from, I think, Netflix, which I love. Oh my god, you would love Tuca and Birdie. It's so good. Craig of the Creek. I watched Jujutsu Kaisen on there. It's just, yeah, I agree. So like, I like buying physical media, so I have it because I can't trust that I'm gonna always have access to these things. And that's the reason why, because I think about like, different platforms where you've, bought movies or like video games that you're not guaranteed to have them forever. And so you always have to have that backup. And so now I'm going to have to. What? That's insane. I don't like that.
It's very annoying.
I don't like that at all. No. Well, everyone support your local stores, please. Physical, it's okay to buy. Hey, you know what? It's good that we buy physical because can't trust anyone. Keep the books
apparently. Which is like for physical like TV shows and movies, I don't buy those a lot anymore at all because of streaming.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think the last one I bought wasn't streaming anywhere. So I was like, which was But I'm a Cheerleader on Blu-ray, and I was like, can't find it anywhere, so I'm gonna buy this. But I can't imagine like getting to the point where I'm buying physical TV shows again. I just cannot imagine that.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I have. I am particular about movies. I love having the movies I really like. I like having them on Blu-ray. I like having them. So I do that, especially with animated films or like foreign films. I just like to have them. Oh yeah, I did see. Oh really? So I did know that Right Stuff was bought by Crunchyroll, which I was worried about because we got those great deals. Removed a ton of stuff from the store.
What kind of stuff?
I don't know.
Let me know.
Babylon have to tell us.
Interesting. Weird.
Still sad that DC's Legend of Tomorrow was canceled. Love that show. Sarah Lance Davis Sharp. Avalanche, amazing ship. Absolutely. I'm not surprised. That's what I would buy on I would buy on like say DVD, Blu-ray or whatever. I would buy that physical copies because I really did enjoy that show a lot, and it's just fun. I'm not surprised it got canceled. I think it fits with the direction probably CW needs to take with those shows. I did see something where CW's like, oh, we need to start making shows for like older people because that's who has cable. And I was like, okay, but I don't know what that's gonna look like. It's a lot of Blue Bloods. I'm trying to think of what of like my mom watches.
My parents watch that.
I watch Blue Bloods at her house. I don't like propaganda, but I like him. So
I mean, I love The Rookie. So what can I say?
Yeah.
Nathan
Actually,
Fillion.
I can't dog on that because like I also really love the Waltons.
The what?
I love the Waltons and I love Little House on the Prairie.
Oh.
Non-ironically.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
But still, I don't know what their plan is with this. Oh, hi, Miss. Oops, did you? Chris, did your dad say anything about the Embracer Group buying all the Lord of the Rings IP?
I don't even know what that means, James. So no. Sorry.
Oh, so taken out really? That would make sense because I don't think that fits Crunchyroll's like vibe. Man, where's that stuff gonna go? I don't want my right stuff to be touched because I feel like we're gonna lose some of those good deals. I feel very comfortable with what it's been for my entire life.
Yeah.
I used to buy so many weird things on right stuff. Like I bought my friend Joey like Dragon Ball Z like Christmas ornaments and all stuff.
Oh, James, the CW is sold to Nexstar. I used to work for Nexstar and I do not think they're a great company. So that is interesting.
Man. Well, it's so bummer, you guys.
Just like, here's more bad things.
It's a super bummer. Well, anyways, I can chill for like 5 minutes. What's everybody up to? What's everybody been watching or playing? Has anyone at home play My Current Hyperfixation? Yakuza Like a Dragon? Do you want to talk about it?
It sounds so fun.
It's so good.
What are you playing it on?
PlayStation.
Okay.
But it's on computer too. Like, if you have like the Game Pass thing, which like you pay $6 a month or something, you get free games. It's on Xbox too. It's all free to play that one. It's the best game. It's so good.
I may have to do that.
Have you seen? I love Fear Street. Have you seen Fear Street?
I have not.
It's a little gay.
Is that the R.L. Stein thing?
I don't know, but
okay.
Max from Stranger Things is in it.
Okay.
And it's a 3-parter. It's really good.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Oh, I do want to try out Cult. Have you seen this game, Cult of the Lamb?
No.
Okay. So it's really cute. It's half like roguelike, where it's like randomly generated, you fight things, like Hades is or whatever, and half like town simulator, like Animal Crossing. Like it's on Switch and stuff. But basically you're a cute little lamb, but you worship this god and you want to make a cult of it. So you go in these dungeons and you get followers and then you bring them back. And then you have to help them out. And then they also do things for you. And you make your own little cult.
Wow. Okay, I want it. I want it.
It's really cute. I would play it, and I will. But listen, Yakuza is in my life right now, and I'm busy, okay? I'm in love with Ichiban Kasuga. I'm in love with him. And I'm going to cosplay that homeless man that's in your party. Because I know the viewers are expecting me to cosplay in very sexy costumes, okay? So I'm going to be a fully clothed homeless man from this game. I just think he's nice. I
love this.
I think I'm going to be very comfortable. Okay.
I love that for you. Love that for you.
He has this move where he heals himself and he just pulls out this little cardboard box to lay on it in battle. It's so good.
Love that.
Yes, it's R.L. Stein.
Cool.
Oh, I know. I've heard that I need to read Seven Husbands.
I've also heard this, yeah.
It is on my list.
I know what it's about, yeah. It's also on my list. One day.
Let's see. These shows have some hated it for me, did not have a huge problem with it. Yeah, I didn't hear any. I mean, I didn't see any issue with it. But I know some people, some comic book people, they hear that and if they think diversity or like, oh, there's like a black woman or so and so here, they're like, that's political because they associate like race with political. It's the same tired argument.
Mm-hmm.
You and me being here, it's pretty woke. It's pretty political.
Talking about comics?
Oh,
a boy's world.
Can it just be about the books? It is. So what are you talking about? It's the books and it's about us talking about the circle. It just
yeah.
Can you get with it?
Yeah. Can you just
can everybody watch Indian Matchmaker so we can talk about it? Why can't I have both? I'm on day 150 of Cult of the Lamb. It probably means nothing if you haven't played it, but once you do, you'll be impressed.
Nice.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, I'll have to end early. I'm the wokest, Mark. Look at me. You know how woke I am? Got a lot of caffeine in me.
I
Pretty
get it.
Woke. How dare you have boobs and read Batman?
I know.
True. I mean, Batman doesn't even go down because heroes don't do that. So really, I shouldn't be reading him.
Protest.
It's still the best thing that's ever happened on Twitter. I saw the episode that would have had that, but he's just like massaging her feet and she's just like, oh, whatever. Wow. Go to couples therapy. There's a musical. Television's Fantastic. Everyone go watch Harley Quinn, okay? Listen, that's what comic books should be. You have your serious stuff, have this too.
And then the Batman Family Adventures, right? So
yeah, and I haven't gotten to read it yet because I want to sit down, take my time. But Red Hood and the Outlaws is on Webtoons.
Yay!
And it's not by a creeper. We can read it.
That's
and
great.
I can talk about it and I can share it. And if you want to read Red Hood and the Outlaws, read it secondhand. Do not give that man any money.
I love your musical.
I like his stuff, but I won't give him money. Babs is the top. Yeah, we all know that. Nightwing, look at him. Harley Quinn tied him up in that Harley Quinn movie. Let's be real. Anyways, we should end it before I keep saying goofy things. Check our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, please.
Get some great
books off. Check out our pick of the month, which is
Depot Volume 3. Comes
That's
out
right.
Tuesday. Check it out. More percent
that.
off for us. It's great.
And we'll be back next Sunday with a book
Of some sort.
of some sort. We should. What do you want to read next week?
I don't know. What should we read? I'm looking around. We need to read something easy because I'm going to be out of town a bit next week. This coming week. I won't say it again.
Idea.
I won't tell you what I'm doing again. Should I tell you what I'm doing?
I'm
definitely not going to see My Chemical Romance on Tuesday.
I know you are. And I love you and I support you. It's okay.
I may be going to see Oliver Tree again on Wednesday. It's fine. I've got a problem. It's not good.
Jessica says Heartstopper. We can read Heartstopper.
Ooh.
Jessica, are you going to join them?
That'd be fun.
All right. Next. All right. Don't worry, Team Raccoon. I don't have anything else going on. Sunday at 11. Heartstopper. All right. Have a good night. Have a good day, everybody. I'm going to go play the quarry for 8 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
Jessica, why haven't you left your house to come to my house?
Like, get on the road.
Starting at noon. She's like outside of my house watching. Jessica, it takes like 15 minutes.
Get with
Drive
it.
over. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.